As the cryptocurrency market is maturing, the demand for a scalable, secure, institution-ready exchanges has never been higher, right? So in this arena, two platforms do stand out to me as contenders. I'm talking about GRVT, which is GRVT, and Hyperliquid, obviously, which has been making quite the wave in the space with a bunch of controversies as well. But these two, I see them as taking a radically different approaches to solving the core limitations of today's trading infrastructure. So both are aiming to redefine what it means to trade digital assets, but beneath the surface, I think the architecture's priorities and user philosophies actually do diverge quite significantly. So today I'm just giving you a closer look at how GRVT and Hyperliquid actually compare and why I feel like GRVT may be the one that's actually rewriting the rules of the game. So if you like the kind of content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you check out the links down below and get started with your trading journey with GRVT, right? So if we're talking about the architecture and performance side, we know that speed is quite essential, but also trust is non-negotiable, right? So Hyperliquid built its reputation on blistering speed with a fully off-chain trading engine and sequencer. It delivers a lightning-fast execution for traders, ideal for scalpers, quant desks, and retail power users. However, the performance comes at a cost, right? Because centralized sequencing introduces counterparty risk, and the lack of verifiability over core processes can be a deal breaker for institutions as well. So GRVT, on the other hand, embraces a hybrid architecture. So order matching is performed off-chain for speed, up to 600,000 transactions per second, but all settlements, account management, and risk actions are actually executed and verified on-chain via ZK Sync powered smart contracts. And this dual layer system offers institutional grade transparency, auditability, of course, and also compliance, right, without compromising on performance, which I think institutional investors would like to see. Also, I think GRVT definitely delivers both speed and trust, positioning itself as only one of the really serious hybrid alternatives for long-term institutional adoption. Now, let's talk about self-custody and fund control. Who really owns your assets? Hyperliquid supports self-custody through standard Web3 wallet integrations. While I think this is sufficient for most crypto native users, right, it does lack, though, that fine-grained control, particularly for institutions who need a role-based access, multi-user permissions, or wallet recovery options, right? So GRVT actually redefines custodianship through a multi-tiered self-custody model, native GRVT wallet with a biometric login and secure key MPC-based authentication. You've got support for external wallets, a MetaMask ledger, Coinbase wallet, role-based access control, allowing granular permissions. For example, one user can trade, another can withdraw, and also just session keys, right, for frictionless multi-trade sessions without compromising control. So I think GRVT's system does mirror enterprise-grade access controls, offering that first truly compliant self-custody model for institutional DeFi as well. Another thing we need to address would be that compliance and regulated DeFi, right? So that's the missing bridge between TradeFi and DeFi, because in today's environment, compliance is no longer optional, especially for institutional capital. Hyperliquid does focus on decentralization and performance, but also lacking formal KYC, AML processes, licenses, regulatory alignment. For many institutions, this becomes an insurmountable barrier because, you know, they have risk protocols to adhere to. GRVT, I think, introduces a new category, regulated DeFi, RegDeFi, which, you have a platform here that integrates fully KYC, AML onboarding via CompliCube, right? Licensing, licensed trading framework, right? On-chain settlement and auditability for every asset movement, effectively, right? So reward incentives also for verified users. You can get ZK tokens and things of that nature. So which is fantastic. I think their regulated DeFi model does offer that regulatory certainty institutions do require to participate in crypto markets confidently. And I think when we also look at the security model, it's not just about code, right? But it's about processes. So security in Web3 is more about code than it is. It's more about code, than just code audits. It's really about the processes, the people, the protocols actually working in harmony. You've got Hyperliquid, which does kind of adhere to this standard Web3 security best practice rulebook, right? Non-custodial wallet integration, permissionless access, and open source audits. GRVT just takes it a little bit further, right? With multi-layered security models here, where you've got Web2 standard, 2FA, for example, HSAMs, you've got secure enclaves, you've got on-chain fund custody, EIP 712 wallet signatures, continuous third-party audits, penetration testing, right? Institutional infrastructure with session-based controls and emergency recovery mechanisms for traders and institutions that provide operational integrity. GRVT offers security in depth, not just at the surface here, right? So the UX, the ecosystem itself is definitely built for everyone. I mean, it's very inclusive, powered by institutions. Hyperliquid's user interface, I feel, caters well to advanced traders, but lacks the onboarding tools that make DeFi approachable for the mainstream. Features like social trading, compliance dashboards are a bit absent there. GRVT is built on to onboard the next wave of users, both retail and institutional web style login, right? Professional charting tools via TradingView, trade arcades to gamify your trading experience, API integration for algorithmic strategies. You've got a reward portal to incentivize participation and referrals, mobile app launching post, the mainnet. But you've got the GRVT here combining ease of use and enterprise sophistication, making it one of the most inclusive trading platforms to date. I think also the ecosystem strength, the investor base that's behind them, the market makers, the momentum. I think Hyperliquid is respected and growing, but operates more independently there with limited public information on strategic partnerships or liquidity guarantees, where you have GRVT in contrast, already assembled by an impressive ecosystem of backers and collaborators, investors like Meta Labs, QCP Capital, Delphi Capital, Pulsar, so many others, market makers with over 3.2 billion in committed liquidity at launch from major firms like Amber Group, Flow Traders, IMC, Ampersand. For example, you've got partners TradingView, Tech, Zinc, ZK Sync for infrastructure, DFN's wallet security. And I think GRVT isn't just building a platform here, it's really assembling an institutional grade financial marketplace from the ground up. I think the clear winner will be seen as the bull market progresses. Both Hyperliquid and GRVT represent kind of the bleeding edge of crypto exchange innovation, where Hyperliquid prioritizes speed and decentralization for the crypto native crowd. GRVT is positioning itself as the foundation for the global financial system, It's hybrid in architecture, institutional grade, custody controls, regulatory in alignment, powerful ecosystem. Gravity isn't just competing, it's setting the standard for the next generation crypto exchanges out there. So I think you guys need to get on it, complete your KYC, invite your friends, be part of the platform, trade, like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications, check out the links down below. Get started with Gravity. It's the best place to be. Peace.
Truly stands the test of time.